Thank you for having us to present a new business model for the Japan Times to increase its revenue.
I'm Collin.
And there's Nanami, and I am Tomoko. To state the conclusion first, we would like to suggest the Japan Times to start e-learning courses. This is the flow of our presentation today. I would like to talk about the decline of the newspaper industry and the Japan Times strengths, and also potential demand firstly. After that, we'll move on to the detailed proposal in depth, including our future plan. These are the 4 P's for our proposal. Collin will go back to this slide later. So, recently, the newspaper industry is facing a difficult situation. The online news spread is discouraging the newspaper industry negatively. As a result, the advertisement fees from newspapers are decreasing. This has resulted in major bankruptcies, such as Rocky Mountain News. However, it is pretty difficult to decrease the cost because newspapers have the finest quality of journalism. These quality are supported by a newspaper's company's strengths. These are the core competencies of the Japan Times, we thought. It has the excellent variety of news, and also there are different and individual writers' viewpoints. And also it has multiple ways to access information. To make the best of our proposal, there is another thing the Japan Times can utilize, which is the ongoing relationship between Hello Global. Hello Global is a consulting company to support businesses to go abroad. It also does market research internationally. In fact, 2 companies do collaboration to provide free seminars to support small and middle companies to enter Russian market. To explain our potential market, let me show you one pie chart. 80% of middle and small Japanese venture companies over there, painted in purple and green, are thinking to expand their business within 3 years. Those companies will be our potential customers in short term. The 22% of companies are currently doing business globally. And the other 60% of those companies is, at this moment, thinking to be domestic. But those companies could be our potential customers in the long term too. Out of those 80% companies, especially the small and middle companies and business workers working for those companies will be our targets. We chose America to take as a topic first. Why America? Because most of the executives of Hello Global have business experiences in the United States. And also it has station in the United States. Additionally, the major foreign readers of the Japan Times are living in the United States. This shows the credibility of the Japan Times in American market. So now, Collin will review our proposal.
Okay, thank you, Tomoko. Okay, basically our proposal is we're going to start with, we want to collaborate with Hello Global and create an e-learning website. This will be online accessible, and we're going to target, like Tomoko said, companies in Japan that are thinking about expanding to the United States. We think this is going to be extremely convenient because it'll be online accessible, like I said, and this can be accessed anywhere globally, which is an advantage over certain MBA programs. price, I'll come back to that later, but we're thinking about 150,000 yen per course, kind of depends on what the course is. And through a promotion, we have a variety of ways. First of all, we would like to promote this through the Japan Times. We do realize that this will take up ad space and cost money, but we think that this is one of the most efficient ways of using the Japan Times website. We also would like to use magazines such as Newsweek and online advertisements as well. Taking a closer look at our business model, we can see that Japan Times would be doing a 50-50 tie with Hello Global, and together they would be providing their resources together and creating an e-learning system. This e-learning system would be directed towards our customers, and we also have an idea that the customers could create a network in which they can collaborate together. Thus, if they have certain issues, they can talk to another company or managers that have similar problems. Possible courses. Possible courses, we came up with some courses that we think we already have resources for, and some of these courses are human resource, global business skills, American finance system, and also disaster preparation, which I'll talk about more later. Possible risks. Obviously, with any idea, there's going to be risks involved, and we've analyzed about three. One is competitors can capitalize on this idea. Obviously, we think this can be a highly successful idea, so we think other companies might want to do the same thing. One thing we thought was they could create a partnership, an exclusive partnership with Hello Global to prevent other companies wanting to utilize their resources. But there's still also the risk of companies teaming up with other consulting companies. So we think that by the time that they would actually start doing this, Hello Global and the Japan Times would already be ahead. So we want to keep going in the future to keep improving. For social trends, obviously with the awful disaster that happened, there might be some companies afraid to go abroad at this time of uncertainty, and also the economic trend hasn't been very good lately. We think it's our job to make sure that we provide courses that focus in these areas such as the disaster preparation to make sure that companies understand certain risks or things that could happen in the future and how to deal with them. Cost-wise, obviously cost is going to be a big deal, but we think that with the resources involved with both companies, we can minimize costs. Revenue projections. These are just rough projections, and what we did was we took the number of potential companies, multiplied that by the percentage of companies that are motivated to train their employees, times that by an estimation of a certain amount of that the Japan Times and Hello Global could capture, and multiply that by the price. From this, we got about 2.3 billion yen. I'll talk about costs in the next slide, but subtracting costs, we had about 2.35 million profit. For financial costs, we broke this up into 3 units. One was salary. We think that 20 workers or experts could be maybe the best way to do it, but that's still up in the air. Advertisements. We looked at the cost of the advertisements on the Japan Times and other companies, and system costs. Future possibilities, we think that we could grow in like 5% annually. So with that, we could look to expansions into new markets, perhaps Russia, Mexico, just the different markets, and also expand on the variety of learning units. Thank you for your consideration.